Welcome back, my angels. And let's melt into this beautiful love we are going to create together. Let's clear the energy in this room, in your room, in my body, in your body, with my Tibetan bowl. Today, I'll be speaking about a topic that could be quite controversial or just a bit taboo, but it has to be spoken about, and that's what I'm doing today. Let's talk about the magic of being a woman, which is having your periods. I would love to open your mind, change your perspective on how you see your periods, and possibly fall in love with the process too. Growing up, period, even this topic was so taboo that nobody ever spoke about this in my family. As a girl, I always had to hide that I was having my period. But I remember going to the washroom, I had to hide my pads. As young girls, we are taught to hide this part of ourselves. But why do we hide it? When every single girl is going through this. So why are we hiding it? Why do we hide it? Why are we so shameful about it? Why are we so guilty about it? Every time I'd have my period, I would be so annoyed. I would want it to just end immediately. I couldn't stand it at all. I couldn't stand seeing the blood, smelling it. Everything about this week was just, oh my god, I was completely hating the body I was in. And also in certain cultures and religions, when a woman is having a period, she's considered dirty or impure. So you're not allowed to pray when you're having a period. You're not allowed to go to the temples when you are having a period either. It just made me hate my body even more. I was like, I can't believe I'm this dirty being, you know? And every time I'd go through my bleeding season, I would just think it's the dirty period. Just dirt. The funny part is that the more I hated it, the worse the pain would get. And the more drained I was. Oh my god, I hated my period so much. I remember going into work and being around other women who were also on contraception. They were so not in tune with their own hormonal system. I actually went ahead to put one of those implants in my body just so I wouldn't have my period, because I did not want to experience it at all. I had that implant for 8 years. I had a piece of plastic in my body. Honey, isn't that wild? One lady that I knew, she never even experienced period because she would do this injection. So she just never ever bleed. And I also remember she was so energetic all the time. But when she finally did start bleeding, wow, she was going through some emotional crisis. And then it made me realize whoa, it's because she wasn't in tune with her period cycle this whole time. Suddenly she starts bleeding. She's not able to stabilize her mood at all. And then I met this new friend later on in my life. She was the first one who actually had a positive story when it came to period. She was very aware of her cycles and how her mood is. She was like always tracking her period, and she would be like, yes, this is the week that I'm supposed to rest, so I'm gonna just allow myself to slow down. And I had never heard of that concept before in my life, because even when I was working around women, everybody was just fighting through this time when they are supposed to be resting. So this friend, she told me that women actually go through 4 different seasons every single month. So when you're bleeding, that is your winter, right? You're supposed to rest and reflect. After winter is your springtime. That is when you start glowing. You're still very soft, you're gentle, but you're starting to gain some energy back, and you're, alive again. So we have 1 week of spring, and then after spring we have summer, when we're supposed to be most energized, most creative, most alive, most productive. And then after summer we hit autumn again, which is when your body's wanting to slow down again. It wants to start eating more, because you're preparing for the periods, which is the next week, the winter. So we go through 4 seasons every single month. When she told me this, it was honestly, it like blew my mind open. And it also made me want to apologize to my body, because every time I would have my period, I would try and fight through it every single time. And I would get so moody, so upset, because I wasn't nurturing my body. I wasn't giving it the rest it truly needed. And I know so many women and girls, they go through this. When you're going through your period, you just become more angry and more upset and more frustrated and more emotional, because you're not listening to your womb. You're not taking care of your body. You're not allowing it to rest. You're supposed to be resting. You're supposed to be slowing down. And then it also made me start thinking how this world, this whole 9-to-5 system, doesn't synchronize with the women's rhythm at all. We are taught to perform like men, but how could you possibly? Our bodies are made different. A man is like a machine. It could go, 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 go. But a woman, she's going through all the seasons in every single month. This is why I was like, I need to step away from this 9-to-5 system, just to like really see the world in a different way, really see my body in a different way, fall in love with my body again, with being a woman again. And the more research I did, found out that like in ancient times, all the women, they would either bleed with the new moon or they'll bleed with the full moon. And that is the healthiest cycle to be in, when you're in sync with the moon. We are lunar beings. The moon is associated with the water is associated with emotions. We are emotional beings. We are not just from this earth. The moon is one with us. That makes your period not dirty, not impure. It's actually the most sacred thing. And the beautiful thing about this winter time every month is that you get to release. You get to physically release all the weight you have been carrying. I've noticed that every time I have my period, be something that I'm still holding on to, attaching to, which is like maybe like a limiting belief, which is probably like a false story that is keeping me a bit upset, not making me like happier or more aligned to who I'm supposed to be. When I start bleeding, my body becomes so heavy and my mind is literally, my brain is off. Like I can't think. I'm just so in my body because I'm just want to like cocoon myself, and all those emotions are rising up, and in that state I'm like, F this. I become like unapologetic. Things that don't matter that much, they literally don't matter. So I'm literally releasing all the things that never mattered that much in the first place. And another thing I notice in my period is that my meditations are so deep. They're so vivid. I see visions. And because I am allowing myself to rest, I've become crazy magnetic. So many things that I would be waiting for or desiring, they would all land in that week. Just ding, like a shower of blessings in that week. You are hypersensitive in this week. You're highly intuitive. You feel everything to the extreme. After I physically released, literally physically released the weight that I didn't need, limiting beliefs, false stories, things that don't serve me, then when it's springtime, I feel renewed, like a flower. I see myself in a different way, see the world in a different way, I see my work in a different way. Suddenly things are like lighter. It's so wonderful that we as women can go through this transformation every single month. We don't even realize it. And it took me a long time to fall in love with my period. And I would love for you to change your perception on it. It is a time of transformation, release, reflection. Your body is so wonderfully made that it can cleanse itself. It wants to release the weight. It wants to release the stress for you. Honor your period. It's holy. It's sacred. It's wonderful. It wants you to feel lighter. It wants you to feel more aligned. It wants you to feel clear. We are so blessed that we get to experience this every single month. Every single month. The more you fall in love with your period, I promise your pains are going to decrease. Your tiredness is going to decrease. Because when you're tired, when your body's tired and you're angry about it, you're going to feel it more. So when you change the story and know that it's just a sacred time, your body's working extra hard to cleanse. So be gentle with your body. Be gentle. Be kind. Use kind words for your body during this time. It's doing so much for you. So much. And for my male viewers, if you're watching, be gentle with your ladies in your life during this time. And my ladies, start speaking out more. Start educating the men in your life about periods, what it's doing to your body, how it's transforming you. So any little trigger is going to be extreme trigger because it's doing so much already. It's reflecting so much, it's releasing so much. You're in your nothing matters state. I honestly think that in this new world we're creating, we need to start giving women the time off when they're bleeding. We should start honoring our bodies more. We should start speaking out what our bodies need. Why are we pretending that we are a man? We are not. Why are we pretending that we can get on through the day? We are not. Our bodies need rest. Let it rest. So that when you come back, you're gonna be so much more energized, so much more creative, so much more productive. We go through cycles. We have got a different song that is playing. We need breaks. Give yourself that break. You deserve it. In my perfect world, women should be allowed to take time off when they're bleeding. It should be like the most normal thing. Half of the population in the world is, female. Why are we still making women work the same way men do? We're different. We're made different. Let's start voicing out. Let's start honoring our bodies more. No one's gonna do that. No one's gonna do that. And for all the women bosses, the ladies, I want you to start honoring your body too. Start making new rules for your female employees, honestly. I know that as women we've been taught to change ourselves to fit in this mold of being a machine. We don't have to do that anymore. Let's start respecting our bodies. Let's start respecting our periods. Let's start respecting our womb. It's part of us. It's what makes us whimsical, magical, gorgeous, creative, intuitive, emotional. When you don't honor this part of you, you're not honoring the being that you are. Let's start honoring ourselves fully and completely. You deserve this. The women deserve this. The girls deserve this. Our next generation deserves this. The more we honor ourselves in that way, the more the men are going to honor us in the same way. They're going to treat us like queens, like princess. That's who you are. But if you keep acting like a boy or a man, they're just going to treat you the same way. Honor yourself, respect yourself. It's time. We can change the story. We can change it together. I hope that this message clicks something within you. All I want to do is for you to fall in love with yourself more deeply than you ever have. Because you deserve this love. Only you can give it to yourself. Honor this wonderful, beautiful body that you have in this lifetime. You don't have it for long. Until next time, take care of yourself, nourish yourself, be kind to yourself, love yourself, and I will see you soon.